Michigan Supreme Court Justice Robert Young can cross taking a farm implement for a spin off his bucket list. Endorsed by Michigan Farm Bureau's Political Action Committee known as Agri Pac in his re-election bid, Justice Young had expressed interest in the past to MFB President Wayne Wood that he'd like to one day go for a ride in a modern tractor. So on Friday, October 15th, thanks to the assistance of Ingham County farmer Jeff Oesterle, he did just that. Not only did he ride in a high-tech tractor, which was being used to plow fields that day, he also got a first-hand look at what it's like to harvest corn in a state-of-the-art combine. Another part of his farm visit was a tour of Oesterle's newly constructed grain bin setup, where commodities are dried and stored. In all, Justice Young spent close to 2 hours with President Wood and Oesterle, learning about Michigan's agriculture industry and the opportunities and challenges facing the state's important sector of the economy.
I think more than understanding specifically any particular industry, it's important for people who wear black robes like me to be faithful to the law, whatever that is. This is why having rule of law judges and justices is important. The Farm Bureau and the farming community goes to Lansing periodically to seek relief from problems that it's encountering. And they fight with all the groups that oppose agricultural interests. But at the end of the day, the legislature makes its policy choice. What happens when you don't have rule of law judges who are prepared to enforce the statutes that get enacted by the legislature is the same forces that oppose agricultural interests run to the courts. And if you have judges and justices who are prepared to figure out on the basis of who they sympathize how to decide cases rather than on what the statute says, then the gains that you've gotten in the legislature will be lost. And that's what is important for people to understand. You need to have people in black robes who are going to follow the law.
Some Farm Bureau members like Jeff Oesterle have taken the bull by the horns and thrown their hat into the political ring. Also endorsed by Agri Pac, he's vying for the 67th district seat in the Michigan State House, just one of a dozen farmers running for state or national office.
I have a business philosophy. Farming is a business, and farmers, some years they know how to operate and to do a budget and make that budget work when they don't have much money. And other years they know how to operate and do a budget when they've got a little more money left over after paying their bills. And it's important that whoever goes to the legislature this year has that business mentality so that we can bring jobs into the state, and also has the ability to operate a budget no matter what the income is, because it's going to take a few years to get this changed around and to get the budgeting process back in line like it should be.
Learn more about both campaigns at justicebobyoung.com and jeffoesterle.com.